Ox and Hare presents, in association with True Story FM, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Today's adventure, Be All My Sins Remembered.
This is an extraordinarily bad idea.
It's our only shot. The Emperor's back in town and making a public appearance. That's 2 back-to-back shooting stars.
Exactly. Extremely unlikely and thus extremely dangerous.
They've never seen us as a threat before.
This was before we made the fools of his 6 children.
Yeah, okay, true. So, maybe trap, but too good of an opportunity to miss.
And what exactly is your plan, should we stand face to face with this man?
Well, I'll tell him. I'll say to him, he needs to know that...
This is exactly what I'm worried about. We are charging in with no plan, no idea what we are facing, no escape route.
Exciting, isn't it?
I mean, yes, of course. But it's still foolhardy.
Only if we die. Besides, we have the element of surprise.
Now that we are based in the spotlights, I think that element is gone.
Well, howdy. It appears we have some gate crashers. Speech isn't for another hour.
Emperor, we are...
Liberty, equality, fraternity. I know, but no need to stand on ceremony as there's no audience. It's just the 5 of us right now.
5?
Good evening, ladies.
Who are you again? I can't think of the name, but your face rings a bell.
Good evening, Carte, Blanche. How's your hearing?
She said, how is your hearing?
Much better now, thanks for asking. I'm fit as a fiddle and ready to fight.
If it's a fight you want, we're ready.
Oh, the frantic follies of life. Child, I have the drop on you. If I wanted you dead, I'd have had Blanche here stab you while you thought you were sneaking in. I've got something else in mind, if you'd care to join me.
As this seems to be a command performance, speak your piece.
At last, a woman who listens. All right, so you managed to poison all my son's troops. I suppose you won't accept any thanks for stopping his coup?
But we will not.
I thought as much. Nevertheless, I've brought in my own elite guard. You'll find them hailer, hardier, and much less susceptible to your feminine wiles.
We're well accustomed to battling your conscripted soldiers.
That you are. But that comes later. They've been told to hold until further ordered, and they're devilishly devoted to their orders. Besides, I've been thinking.
At last, a man who thinks.
Touché. See, I've heard your reputation, read the stories, even the first-hand account from my newest employee here. I've talked to everyone you've beaten, and I think I've come up with the source of your strength.
Have you now?
Indeed, it's not swords or words. We'd lose either way. No. It's togetherness. So that's why I've come up with my little game. It's ever so efficient.
I don't like where this is going.
Around the palace, I've placed rockets, explosives that will launch into the city and destroy what they hit.
You monster! What are the targets?
Targets? The rockets go up. Why do I care where they come down? But if you can get to the controls, you can stop them. I take it your young friend is the one who understands modern technology.
Fraternity?
I'm on it. Are you sure you two?
We will be fine. Just go.
Fine. But then I'm coming right back. Hear that, buddy?
such spirit. Too bad that's going to get snuffed out. And then there were two.
You'll find us difficult to separate.
That's so. Miss Blanche, show them your prize.
Sorry, ladies. She got the drop on me. But I'm sure the fire's out by now.
Did you say fire?
That's enough out of you.
Let her go, you savage.
I've been called worse. While you were off gallivanting, you left this fool in charge. Must mean she's important to you. So it's simple. Liberté, fight me, one-on-one, or she dies.
We can't. This is playing their game by their rules.
Even apart, I am always with you. Your strength is mine, and mine yours. They may lie, cheat, and steal, but even changing the rules will not allow them to triumph. L'amour triomphe sur tout.
Omnia vincit amor.
I shall see you on the other side. Carte Blanche. Shall we begin?
Which leaves us.
I can assure you I am capable of defending myself.
And I assure you, I cannot. Boys?
What is this?
A different battlefield. As you can see, I've laid out a traditional repas du soir.
You want me to share a meal with you?
Over dinner is where the best negotiations happen. Besides, your little club is called the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society, is it not? Let us see if you can live up to that title.
Very well. Let's begin.
I am the Emperor, and you will now dance to my tune. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha. Jeez, this is so dumb. He says do this stuff, and we just run off and do it? Like, how about we just jump down there, smack him around, and then run off to fix it all? But no, now it's an epic duel, a confrontation with the face of all evil. And what do I get to do? Errands? Sure, I'm Mademoiselle Fraternité, so how's about a little fraternité, huh?
You are not authorized to be here.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to be.
You must leave the area.
Can't wait to. Just need to take care of one little itty-bitty bit of business, and then I'm 23 skidoo.
You will remain where you are, or you will be arbalist.
I won't let you... Hang on. Did you say arbalist? Isn't that a person who shoots a crossbow? I don't have a crossbow. Are you threatening to make me shoot a crossbow? Because that's a weird threat.
You.
I know, it seems like it's always about me, but I just need to quick duck around you and... stab that control thing for the rocket.
You.
No, you. Excuse me, got more stuff to stab. Good luck in the guarding thing. Or maybe better luck next time.
I know you.
I had hoped your observation skills were at least on par with your sword work.
Was that a compliment?
Of a sort. I find the endless insults to be so boring.
Why are you doing this?
I'm being true to my nature.
A wise woman once said that our best selves emerge when we rise above our natures.
Insipid words from another of those parasol-twirling poetesses you love to read.
No, actually, that bit of wisdom came from the love of my life, the woman with whom I've chosen to share my heart and my life.
You decided to marry? And here I thought you'd actually cleared your head. But now I find it still filled with stuff and nonsense. Matrimony. Ha! So which one is it? The street urchin or the school marm?
You take 2 spoonfuls of sugar, I believe.
And you can't stand the taste of tea.
Very true, but when in France.
And so we begin, Emperor.
Hank.
Excuse me?
Call me Hank. Always hated that emperor thing, but all the college boys in suits I hired told me it would be the best thing.
Let B be finale of seam. The only emperor...
Is the emperor of ice cream. Don't look so shocked. I've read a poem or two, though I don't see the point of them. Give me an instruction manual any day. At least that accomplishes something.
Let's sidebar a discussion on the merits of poetry. I can see that you are someone who understands the power of imagery. You put on a good show.
If I showed up saying I was a king, all the kings and queens would think I was trying to dethrone them. But the West never had a proper emperor before.
That's how you got them all to sign on to your cultural revolution?
Depends. Most wanted assurances that they and their kin wouldn't be removed from power, and plenty of bribes, that's for sure. I had a stick ready, notions of invasion and taking their people hostage, but never had to use it. All the royal types were happy once I offered them the carrot. Just goes to show.
Goes to show
that at the end of the day, they're all in it for themselves. Oh, I've spent a lot of time with lots of people with titles in front of their names or letters after, coming up with fancy speeches and slogans. But at the root of it, it comes down to this. Lesser men bow down to greater men, and there's only one philosophy that the wealthy always cling to, no matter their country of origin.
And that is?
Screw you, I got mine. They'll do whatever they can to keep what they have and stop anyone else from getting up to their level. Well, you should know. I've met your family, blood as blue as Lake Michigan in the winter. They still have the estate out in California. Oh, estate? Listen to me. It's more of a compound.
Yes, it's still there. I haven't been in. But this isn't about old money versus new money.
Isn't it? See, I came from nothing. And I know how all those legacy types treated me. Them who never lifted a finger to do an honest day's work, who hoard what was given them by mommy and daddy and somehow think they earned it. Your clothes, your plumbing accent, they didn't come for free.
My family and I don't speak. I'm grateful for what I was given, but I consider myself self-made.
Oh, me too. I believe that all men are born equal, but the cream rises to the top. Perhaps we aren't so different.
Is that what all of this is? An elaborate revenge plot because some uncouth inheritors with accents were mean to you?
I admit it does give me a bit of a thrill to see the top of a crown when the monarch bends their knee to my lowly born self. But no, that's just a bonus. I serve a higher cause than revenge.
And what is that?
The greatest god there is. Efficiency.
You are not authorized to be here.
Yeah, listen, like I told the last guy... Wait, are you the same guy from the last rocket? That can't be. There's no way you got here before me.
You must leave the area.
You are not answering my question, which makes me wonder... What's the capital of the state of Virginia?
It is Richmond.
Aha! So you can understand me.
You will remain where you are.
And you are a terrible conversationalist. Tickety-tock, talk, tick with a little side of alley-oop. Another one down.
You.
Oh, go on. You should find yourself a girl who likes you for you. Not one who's all me, like me. Adios.
You don't get to say anything about how I am living my life.
You call this living a life? You've settled down, gotten hitched, found a quiet community. Zinnia, you're one cat away from being a retiree.
As opposed to you, still chasing the next thrill, the next challenge, never satisfied, always trying to fill the hole in your soul. But no amount of fights, or men, or liquor will ever fill that bottomless pit.
You've got all the answers.
Because I had to figure it all out for myself. There was no one there to give me the guidance.
What is the point of teaching if you just tell them all the answers?
I am a teacher now as well, and this is a lesson it took me far too long to learn. You never taught me anything.
I encouraged you to find out things for yourself.
Your encouragement was abandonment.
All this, your pretty little life, it's all because of me.
How dare you try to take credit for any good thing around me? Any joy I have is in spite of what you showed me. My bliss is defiance.
But it still comes back to me.
Let me show you a few things you never showed me.
You have this charming notion that the people should be in charge.
Freedom from tyranny is charming to you?
It is, because you think that these huddled masses want their freedom? I'm here to tell you they don't.
Says the despot who calls himself emperor.
And who built his throne, his empire, without a shot fired?
Have you kept it the same way?
Fair point. But I entered the city with the people throwing flowers at me. History repeats, my dear. All this talk of liberty, equality, fraternity.
It ends with a guillotine.
That depends on where you stop telling the story. What about the decades of the people living under a benevolent ruler? A wise man knowing the best for his lessers?
Sic semper tyrannis.
But first you have to have the tyrant. You see, revolution as a natural state. Guess living in France has rubbed off on you. I say the oppression is where people feel the most like themselves. These flare-ups are the exceptions. The steam valve that whistles, but then things settle back to where they should be.
With you or someone much like you running the show.
Now you're getting it.
The history of this country shows that you'll be the one more likely to be getting it. But you forget, these cities are built by the people. They are the ones who build your palaces, who cook your food. What would happen if they found out how little you really thought of them? I don't think you're going to get the gentry to fight in your wars.
That had been bothering me, but I've recently made some improvements in my military that will keep things running.
Efficiently?
Atta girl.
You are not authorized to be here.
You again? We've got to stop meeting like this. People will start to talk.
You will remain where you are, or you will be abysmal.
Abysmal at what? My, what a big poleaxe you have. We're skipping right to the main event, huh? You didn't even give a girl the chance to get warmed up. Not even a take this or have at you, brigand? You're kind of taking the wind out of my sails here. I didn't catch your name. Is it something embarrassing? I know a little bit about that. Kids are not kind when you are named after a plant, let me tell you. Come on, not even an oof or an arg. Sheesh. Oh well, you did leave yourself open to this. What? Oh, now I get it. You're not brothers, you're robots.
Your soldiers are all automatons?
They are. These are my first models. Not much in the brains department, but then I've never been a big fan of hiring folks who think for themselves.
All built by Lady Linear, I expect.
Not at all. In the same way that we managed to dupe Tesla, my pal Edison reworked her designs. Taking out all those pesky French flourishes, leaving us with good solid workers made with American steel.
And it's them you will use to build your new empire.
Maybe, eventually. Right now, they're pretty good at enforcing the rules. But ditches still need to be dug. These boys are more for keeping the diggers in the trenches.
Liberté, are you all right?
A bit worse for wear, but still with strength in my arms. All the better for seeing you, my love.
Ah, so it's the school marm.
What did you call me?
The plan was to keep them apart, woman.
Relax, I can take these two, no problem.
Did you know these guys are all robots?
You were saying?
You dismantled all the rockets?
Yeah, turns out that if you stab these guys in the right place, they get all splody. Once I knew that, it was just a matter of, your mother was a toaster, stab, run, kablooey!
They explode?
Just a little extra feature in case anyone wants a look inside the chassis. Don't want my proprietary technology getting in other, more French hands.
And the vulnerability to stabbing?
I'm from America. They're designed to withstand bullets. Who even uses a sword anymore?
That would be us.
Liberté.
Égalité.
Fraternité.
And here we were having such a lovely supper.
I had to run around the top of this stupid palace fighting robots, and you were eating? Not fair.
Sorry, Fraternité. Next time, you get the dinner with the madman.
You bet I do.
Look how cozy you three are. The libertine gone to seed, the stick in the mud who thinks she's walking the wild side, and the street hustler who knows she's struck gold.
How have you not stabbed her yet?
It's taken all my willpower not to. But there are larger forces at play here. D'autres choses peuvent nous changer, mais nous commençons et finissons comme une famille.
What does that have to do with... Oh my God!
Could we get a translation for those of us who don't like to sully our tongues with French?
She said, other things may change us, but we start and end as family.
Ladies, I'd like you to meet my mother.
Well, ain't that something?
You didn't know?
No, but it makes a bunch of sense. As someone who pitted their children against each other to make them stronger, I can see we are of a similar parental philosophy.
Don't compare yourself to me.
And don't give me orders. Still the most powerful man in this hemisphere.
I thought your mother was dead.
Avec des, si, on mettrait Paris en bouteille.
See, this is why I banned that stupid language. We don't know what you're saying, and it's very off-putting.
She said if wishes were horses...
I prefer wish in one hand.
We don't need to hear any more of that. Why didn't you tell us?
I was hoping that she would see reason and move along. I had hoped this day would not come. But if it should, I had hoped for circumstances being much better.
You don't have to blame yourself for what she did.
Ladies, there's a lot to unpack here, but this isn't the time.
Too right, little bitty one. Carte, this isn't going to be a problem for you, is it? Me asking you to kill your kin?
She's made her feelings very clear. It's nothing to me. I knew this moment would arrive when I asked for the job.
Great. Oh, wait. Now that you've got 3 to face off against, how are you planning to prevail?
Oh. Yes, well, I wouldn't mind some assistance.
Sorry, I'm rich. I don't get my own hands dirty. However, I could give you some backup. Oh, boys!
You only have to speak, my emperor.
I don't like where this is going.
If we must face death, I am glad I am here with you too.
All things considered, I'd rather be in Bermuda.
These fellers will do whatever they're commanded to do and won't stop until the job is done. You might be able to stop a couple, but I've got thousands, with even more coming off the assembly line every day.
You mind if I take them for a spin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I your general or not?
All right, fine. Boys, I'm transferring full control over to Carte Blanche. Obey her orders as you would obey mine.
You have transferred command, sir.
Out of the frying pan?
Now we face the fire.
It's simple math, girls. You die today or tomorrow.
Or neither.
Carte, you are undercutting my threat here.
Oh, I'm doing more than that. Soldier, you are now called Patient Zero, Captain of the Army.
You have given this one a name and rank.
And a special mission. You are to walk up to every one of your brothers and tell them that their commander has ordered them to self-destruct. Do you understand?
Patient Zero understands. You, fellow soldier, you have my attention. I am Captain Zero. You have been ordered to self-destruct. You have given me an order, and I will follow it. You, fellow soldier.
Stop! I order you to stop talking!
They'll only follow my orders now, and I don't plan on giving any more. That one should do the job.
You maniac! You've slowed me down, but haven't stopped me. I'll just make more, and these new ones will only listen to men. See what I get for trusting a woman.
So if I've got the score right, we've eliminated or helped eliminate the power bases of all the 6.
They have all run off to wherever the filthy rich go to lick their wounds.
And now the Emperor.
Hank.
Hank? Really? Wow. Hank has no family, no guards. The only thing standing between him and justice are the hoi polloi who can't even tie a decent cravat.
These are not the ones I would wish in my corner.
I'll think of something. I'm not beaten yet.
This was all a plan between you and your mother?
Absolutely not.
Then what the heck?
She has always kept her own counsel. Was this another lesson for me?
Always thinking it's about you. No. I saw weakness and wanted to exploit it. The toppling of an empire? I wasn't about to leave that up to you.
Do you see what I mean now?
I'm beginning to. So this isn't about saving your daughter or helping the people of Massalia?
What have either of them ever done for me? This was the greatest challenge. Thanks for prepping the stage and all, but I didn't trust you could bring this home.
Wow. And I thought my mom was a chore. Fine then, Hank. You're beaten. Your cultural revolution is over. Take your condescending attitude back across the pond.
You think this is over? I will muster my forces, gather my strength, and come at you with the force of God's own thunder.
I expect you would, but you won't.
Mother, no!
I'll sleep well tonight.
You killed him in cold blood.
Of course. That was always part of the plan. Carte Blanche, the woman who killed the Emperor.
You have done your filthy business. Now go. You are no longer welcome in Massalia. Leave, or your blood will be spilt.
Listen to you talking so tough.
She means it.
And so say all of us.
Fine. I did what I came to do. When you tell the tale, make sure I get the credit. One last thing.
Oh, just go already.
Something to think about. You freed your town and stopped the bad guys, but you've also upended the apple cart. Europe is about to erupt in chaos, and it's rarely the nicest, kindest people who thrive in such times. You may have hated him, but all the stability he brought is gone too. I hope you weren't planning on hanging up those swords anytime soon.
Where the people need us, that is where we shall be.
Things might get crazy, but at least the people are free to live as they wish.
And we'll all have one less problem if you just go already.
Fine then. Take good care of my daughter. I'd hate for anything to happen to her.
Ladies, I know tensions are high at the moment, but it would probably be bad if the 3 of us were seen holding swords over the recently stabbed body of the Emperor.
Wise counsel. Let's go home.
Would someone mind untying me before you go? If it's not too much of a bother.
Are you hiding out here?
Perhaps a bit.
I've brought you a blanket and a drink.
You are kind. A cup of tea?
Heavens no, it's vodka. It's a night for hard liquor, and this is the best we have. Nastarovia.
So now you've met her.
I have.
Do you think less of me?
It's the opposite.
Oh, please.
No, it's true. I look at that woman so filled with hate and obsessed with herself. And then I look at you, kind, loving, selfless, and I'm even more amazed.
Not that selfless.
It's easy to fall into the ruts our parents lay on the road in front of us. I knew how tough you were, but I underestimated your fortitude. You've been battling for a long time, and now I see that. I'm sorry I didn't before.
Ah, sweet Saffron, you are the balm for all that ails me.
If it makes you feel any better, my parents would have hated you.
Truly?
Absolutely. I'd have been banned from even seeing you.
And then what?
I'd have become an expert in sneaking out, because once we met, nothing and no one was going to keep us apart. Let me get you a refill. Drink up. It's going to be a long night.
Is that a promise?
That's a guarantee.
Is this a private moment?
Not yet. I'm still plying her with alcohol.
Then Zinnia, prepare to be hugged.
Ah, Goldie, you are so sweet.
Nope, still hugging. You need extra today.
How is Mrs. Dumer?
Still filled to the brim with brine and sass. She's gonna be fine. It'll take more than one mean mom to stop her. Oh, sorry, Zinnia, I wasn't thinking.
It's fine, Goldie.
Is that really the woman that raised you?
No. As we would travel, she would pawn me off with other women while she did whatever she was doing. The aunties, she called them. Only later did I find out that we weren't related to any of them.
Well then, cheers to a wandering childhood.
They ranged from kind to stern, but they all took care of me in their own way. And were more than happy to teach me anything I wanted to learn.
Zinnia, you're smiling.
Am I? How about that? In a way, a great weight has been lifted. This was my secret, a day I had dreaded, and not in my wildest dream did I see it ending safe at home, surrounded by love and total acceptance. You two are everything to me.
I'll drink to that.
Me too.
We did it.
We did. We beat the Six, stopped the Emperor, and freed Massalia.
And we are all still alive to tell the tale.
Plus, our new scars are emotional ones, so we don't have to wear long sleeves.
A silver lining indeed.
So what happens now?
We rebuild.
Yes, the city will require us to help keep the peace for a time. Carte Blanche was not wrong about the predators using the chaos as their opportunity.
Makes sense.
And then we travel.
We do?
These aunties, I'd like to meet them. Find out terribly embarrassing stories of Zinnia, the young flame-haired hellion.
Oh, the stories they could tell. It has been far too long since I've spoken with any of them. Perhaps you are right.
But that's for later. Tonight, we commiserate, we celebrate, we form...
Whoa! Saffron is rhyming. This must be some strong stuff. Time for me to be elsewhere. I love you both.
And we love you, our marigold.
Now run along, or you're going to get quite an education.
Running along.
Oh, my darling. What am I going to do with you?
As it happens, I've made a list, and it's alphabetical.
Then we should start with A.
Our shocking Season 3 finale, Be All My Sins Remembered, was written, directed, and edited by Kyle Olson. Our producer and sound designer is at Maestro of Media, Mr. Ryan FitzPatrick. Our talent wrangler is at Pied Piper of Peerless People, it's Brooke Underveith. starring Amy Shaw as Zinnia, Anastasia Plumb as Saffron, Gallo as Goldie, Tim Shawver as the Emperor, Krissy Lenz as Ursula, Brooke Underveith as Carte Blanche, and Justin Kent as the guards. Our theme song is written and performed by Hedley Knights, and our interstitial music is Intended Force by Kevin Macleod. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ox and Hare so you won't miss the next thrilling adventure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is an Ox and Hare Media production. Old format, new ideas.
Hey, Swashbuckling fan. You know, if you were a member, instead of listening to me right now, you'd be hearing a bonus scene. And not only that, but you get episodes a week early and hear the special miniseries that's running concurrently with Season 3. Find out how you can become an honorary swashbuckler over at truestory.fm/swashbuckling.